Alright, what's up everybody? I got a Mabosstiff video for us. As soon as I saw this Pokemon, I got so insanely excited. Stakeout is one of my favorite abilities, and last generation all we had was Thievul, and that had like a 87 for a special attack stat. Like that's not what you want for Stakeout, so I was very excited when I saw this. I'll show a few sets, but let me just start off here. It does have Intimidate and Guard Dog, two interesting abilities, but I feel like this Pokemon was made for Stakeout. Like Intimidate, it doesn't really have the best. Like it has Taunt, it has Roar. You could do like a Taunt, Roar, Crunch, something else set with. It doesn't have any status. It doesn't have Toxic. Doesn't have like anything too crazy. So I think it's better just attacker. So I want to focus on that. And Guard Dog is cool, but I feel like Stakeout's cooler, less situational. You're gonna be switching every game. Not every game you're gonna have Intimidate, or your opponent's not gonna have Intimidate every single game. So I feel like Stakeout's the ability that this Pokemon was meant for. So first set I want to show off is the Choice Band set. I feel like the Choice Band set is the best set. You really only need Crunch and Play Rough. It's kind of perfect coverage. So Dark hits 3 types for not very effective. Dark, Fighting, and Fairy. And Dark and Fighting get hit by Fairy, and then Fairy will hit Fairy neutrally. So you kind of get perfect coverage with Dark and Fairy. So you don't need much else. Facade, of course, if you get burned, you don't want to be useless, so that's a good move. And then this last move, you don't need Ice Fang, you can hit dragons with Fairy. So you could do something like Destiny Bond, you could do something like, what was the other option? Like, oh yeah, like Sleep Talk, in case you get put to sleep. So I think either, probably Destiny Bond would be pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's probably the best for, I'll just put that for now, but Ice Fang, Destiny Bond, I think either one is good. You'll barely be clicking this move, and Destiny Bond is just a fun move, especially on a Choice attacker. I love using Choice Scarf Gengar with Destiny Bond last generation. Alright, so when you run Choice Band, you can run a Jolly Nature. On the other side I have an Adamant Nature, but this one, I think Jolly's okay. If we look at like the best physical walls, like Toxapex, if we catch a Toxapex switching in, this is Jolly, it says Obama Snow, but these are all the stats from Mabosstiff. Choice Banded, Jolly Nature. If we catch it coming in, you get +2. Do 65% minimum, and then next turn we'll do 32% minimum. So not guaranteed, especially not if it has like a recovery like Black Sludge, but pretty darn close. And then we get like max defense Corviknight. Pretty much the same story. 64, and then the next turn 32. So like you're pretty much killing. I feel like 85 speed is a really good speed stat to run Jolly at, because you really need to outspeed what you can outspeed at 85. But if you're specifically doing this for wall breaking, like Corviknight and Toxapex type thing, probably run Adamant. I think either one is fine. So just to show a little replay here, doesn't really matter what switching, so just that's a placeholder. Corviknight switches in, I throw off a Crunch, and this is max defense, Corviknight, and then the crit didn't matter, of course. And then again, this doesn't matter, just a placeholder. It switches, throw off a Crunch, and then throw off another Crunch. Of course, it'll be a lot weaker the second turn, but it's just enough to clean up on Pokemon like that. As long as you don't resist it, it should be fine. Even if you do resist it, then it's technically doing neutral damage. It'll probably do around like 50% to a normal Pokemon. I don't know exactly. So yeah, I'd say the Choice Band set is pretty good, because unfortunately, here, I'll talk about this with the next set. So this set, item probably Black Glasses or Life Orb, because yeah, in Adamant Nature, this just isn't that strong. Like, it doesn't hit. Yeah, I mean, 120 is great, but like, it's not as strong as you need it to be. So I'm running Adamant Nature on this one. Trailblaze to boost the speed. I thought that was pretty interesting. And this one, unfortunately, it doesn't get Swords Dance. This would totally benefit from Swords Dance. You get Hone Claws. That's nice, because then Play Rough would be more accurate. Also, another option I would say is Taunt. But like, if you catch a wall with this set and taunt it, like, that's not really doing. I mean, no, I'd say that's good. So either Hone Claws or Taunt for that move. Either one's fine. And then, like I said before, Crunch and Play Rough kind of give you perfect coverage, and then Trailblaze is just a speed boosting move, a little setup move. So yeah, this isn't going to hit as hard as the Choice Band set, but Black Glasses and Life Orb will get you kind of close. And as for partners to pair this with, Player Rough covers Crunch's weaknesses pretty well, but you still can't hit fairies, and if you're going up against, like, I think this is pretty funny, this counters it so well. The dog trio countering each other is pretty funny. Like, you can't touch this Pokemon. You don't have the coverage to hit this unless you're hitting it with like a not guts boosted, but like a status boosted Facade. You could probably hit it pretty well, but you're not gonna be hitting this for much because this thing is always gonna be running max status. But this is just an example. So pair this with something that can hit fairies, some sort of steel type, like pair with a little Tinkaton or something like that. Something that can really punish fairies, because this will have a hard time breaking bulky fairies. Alright, so thanks for watching. I think this is a really interesting Pokemon. Dark type is going to hit a lot of the walls for at least neutral, and then if they try and switch in, you're pretty much hitting them for super effective. So I think this is really interesting that we finally get a really strong Stakeout user. Even if it's not the strongest Pokemon overall, it has a strong attacking stat, so it can definitely punish some walls that try and switch in on you.